In today's video, I have a Christmas in July project share. It is June 25th, and yes, I am definitely getting started because Christmas is just my favorite. I created this shaped card on my Silhouette Portrait 3, and I just used a clear photopolymer stamp that I had, turned it into a print and cut image so that I could turn this into a bigger size greeting card. I believe this card is a little over 4 by 5 inches, and I love how it turned out. I pretty much just used my clear stamp because I didn't have a die set for it, the same way I do with my digi stamps. This was the stamp set that I used. It is the Greeting Farms Holiday Anya 7 stamp, and as you can see, it is so cute. And I was stamping it out, and then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I just know I wanted to use the image. And then I say, you know what? I think instead of building a scene around her, I just want her to be the scene. So like I said, I stamped her out, scanned her into my Silhouette Business Edition software, and then I turned her into a print and cut image, and I just colored her up. I did print out multiples of it so that, because the little gingerbread is what I really wanted to use, so one of the images I just went in and hand fussy cut out the little gingerbread man. I colored him in with my alcohol markers, and I did use my Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers. I'll show you which ones I used. And then after I did that, after I fussy cut him out, I just took him, let him dry, and I flipped him over onto my embossing ink pad, and then I took my clear embossing powder, sprinkled that on top of him, and then used my heat gun and some tweezers to make sure that the embossing powder was dry. But you have to warm it up underneath and not on top of the image, because if you do it on top, the embossing powder is just going to blow away. You use the heating gun underneath, and that's how I got that effect on him. And then once I colored her in, then I glued him back on top so that it looks like she's still holding him like the original image. I was actually going to do the same type of idea for the holly berries and the stars, but I decided to just go ahead and use my stickles. And then I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are actually some diamond stickles all around the white parts of this. You probably can't see it, but that is what we have going on. And then all of the markers that I used from the Spectrum Noir tri-blends are right here if you want to screenshot that. Here are the diamond stickles that I used on the outside of the card. You can probably see it now that you have a bouquet going on, but I'll just do a close-up of the card so that you can kind of hopefully see the sparkle that it adds. I always like to, with the offset of my digital or clear stamps, if it's possible, to go ahead and do some kind of decorating around, because I feel like sometimes that offset can take away or it just doesn't fit in the way that I want to. So I like to decorate it. And another example of that you can actually see would be like on this digi stamp here. I added some stickles to kind of tie the image wholly into the project that I was using. So besides the adding the stickles around, I did use my little embossing pen here on the berries to again bring some more dimension and texture to the image. And then the inside says "Oh Snap," and I used 65-pound cardstock and some hole punches that I had to make it look like there were the crumbs from the top of the gingerbread that she bit off. And again, that sentiment is from the stamp set, and I just stamped and digitalized that as well. Now, as far as the card being a shaped card, I just utilized the offset as well as the trace button in the Silhouette Business Edition. And currently I have been awaiting my new iMac, so once that finally comes in, then I'll probably be able to do some more tutorials, because my laptop is just like giving me all kinds of problems right now. So trying to film, like do screenshots and stuff, it's just acting up. So I will have to do that tutorial at a later time. But I just love how this turned out. I absolutely love it. You know, it's one of those ways where you see a stamp, you know you want to do something with it, but you don't have to worry about building a scene around it or anything like that. The stamp itself allows you to just make this card like this and then pop a sentiment on the inside if the stamp doesn't come with one. And it's a perfect way to gift it. Or you could have just made this a huge tag. Okay, and I did make sure to use 2 pieces of 65-pound cardstock. So this card is actually pretty sturdy. It can kind of stand up on its own, I guess. Yeah, it can stand up on its own because of her little feet. And I love how it turned out. So another tip you could do if you were to digitalize any of your stamps, if you have Procreate like I do, a lot of the times if I know that I love the coloring inside of this, or you could always just scan the colored image in and then print out multiple images of it, especially if you know you're mass making this for family members, meaning you need to send this out to like 5 or more people. So what I tend to do a lot of times with my clear stamps is also stamp them out and digitalize them to save me on time of having to color the same image exactly the same over and over and over again. So in Procreate, I could have kept the same coloring and then just changed her skin tone and her hair color to match the different girlfriends that I plan on sending this out to. I can make her a little lighter, a little darker. I can make her a darker brunette. I can make her a redhead, you know, things like that. And it'll save you on your, you know, time that it takes, because this is definitely time consuming as far as color, and everything else went by pretty quickly. So I hope that was a thorough enough explanation as to what I did. I hope you all are inspired. I am very happy. July is one of my favorite months, and I love the fact that we also get Christmas in July with the Hallmark movies. So I am very happy and definitely getting started early. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, dolls. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.